Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a reflection on the first year of university. First of all I want to kind of explain where I've been these past couple of weeks. I have just finished my first year exams, and so for most of that period of time that I didn't film, I spent revising, pretty much. And then the time before that, there was a little period of time, I think it was just before Easter when I went home for 2 weeks. I actually filmed a video, but by the time I got around to editing it, it was already past Easter and it was an Easter based video. So if you would like to see that Easter video, it's me decorating eggs and kind of completing the German tradition of Easter, which is to decorate an Easter tree. So that's what I did. If you want to see that video, comment down below and let me know if you would, and then I'll upload it for you, even though it has gone way past Easter and it's basically summer now. Okay, so that's where I've been for these past few weeks. I've got my notes to help me guide through this video. So, my first year of uni. If you didn't know, I'm studying Oxford Brookes in Oxford, as the title says. I'm studying biological science, and this first year's been interesting, to say the least. There's been kind of a mixture between a very social side and then a mixture of a very academic side. It's definitely been harder than I thought university would be. Heading into university, I didn't think that the homesickness would be a problem for me, just because when I went on school trips, they weren't really a struggle. I always enjoyed myself and it never really affected me being away from home. So I didn't expect to, feel the way I did. The homesickness mainly arrived during second semester, which I'll explain later on why. It's also been hard because you don't have routine. You don't have your parents telling you when to get up and when to do your work. You don't have teachers necessarily setting you activities to revise from and things. So you kind of have to find that all out yourself, and it takes a lot of self-discipline, some of which I haven't actually gained completely. I have obviously learned and stuff, but I'm still definitely learning, so self-discipline has been a tricky one when coming to uni. I've finished for university now, for the first year obviously, but I'm still waking up at 11 o'clock, which isn't the greatest. It's summer, but I could be doing something more productive with my time. So yeah, top of the routine, you've got food. So making sure you eat a healthy diet, I guess. It doesn't have to mean you're cutting out sugars or anything, but to get a full range of foods like protein, iron, not too many carbs, all of that I found very tricky, just because I'm a vegetarian. And at the start of this whole process I intended on going vegan, but in the end I wasn't a strict vegan. I tend to eat mainly plant-based foods, but I still drink, I don't really drink, I have plant-based milk and stuff, but I still have fish and eggs, just to try and keep my protein at a good level. And for a while I was also anemic, so that was also a trouble, trying to make sure that I ate enough iron in my diet. For me, exercising wasn't a problem. During the first term of university I did the Brookes Beginners rowing course, and that was very intense and a lot of fun actually, and and I had a drive to try rowing out, but I didn't make the team, so yeah. But so exercise wasn't a problem with me. And during the first term of university, making friends wasn't either. I was actually put into temporary accommodation for the first semester, which is from September to December, because I went through clearing. If you want to hear the clearing story, I can make another video, comment down below again. Yeah, so it wasn't a problem for me because I was put into a flat with 5 others, but that flat had then kind of joint kitchens. So you had your 2 kitchens and then kind of half wall, if you want to say, and then they had some communal chairs. So we weren't officially a flat of 12, but everyone got to know each other and you could just walk through in between. So we were a flat of 12, and I think that's largely social, and you got your mix of people and everyone was kind of friends with everyone to an extent. Obviously there were some people that didn't get on with others, but that's fine. And so we went out for the whole of Freshers, which is a week long. Tried to go out every night and stuff. And then it was a regular Monday night bridge club, and then Friday night bridge, and Fishy, which is on a Wednesday, so you had quite frequent going out, and by the end of first semester we weren't always doing everything, but Monday night bridge was the staple thing that we would do. Just got the best music and it was good atmosphere and everything. So it was largely social. One thing I will say about first semester was I did struggle to find time to do work, which probably wasn't the best. I would often leave things to the last minute and that would get very stressful, and I think this is just because I didn't want to miss out whatever they were doing, and I wanted to try and make friendships and friends for life, as they say you get in uni, and I was expecting this friendship group that would stick with me for the whole of my uni life and then after uni life, and I didn't want to miss out on anything. I wanted to try my hardest to socialise and put myself out there. Put myself out there and come out of my comfort zone, and I thought that by sitting in my room doing my work I would largely miss out on everything they did. This probably wouldn't have been the case, but I would like to know anyway. So then everyone goes home for Christmas. Fine. And because I was in temporary accommodation I had to move out, and I moved into this place where I'm currently living. Same accommodation place, but different room. One with an ensuite. I was in non-ensuite before. Yeah, so Christmas comes, everything's fine, and I didn't hear from many of them at all, and then, which is fine because I didn't talk to them anyway.
So I just want to go into a bit more detail on what I mean by I didn't talk to them. So I talked to them in the respect like every other person would. Okay, when I see them I talk to them, and when I come to a room I say hi and everything, but I am not the sort of person to always be on my phone messaging people. I am not the first person to, you know, start up a conversation when you've just met someone new. And yeah, so we had a group chat and everything, and then slowly the group chat faded away when different people from the 12 of us either moved out, because there was a period of time when people would move out, and so the chat was used less and less, and when everyone else started forming stronger bonds and I was kind of... Well, I mean, I didn't form a strong bond with everyone like everyone else did. They started making their own group chats, I think. Or they just messaged each other like one-to-one, which is fine. And I was just not as good as that, so I didn't do that as often and as frequently. And the only way I would find out things were happening was if I was in the kitchen and they were talking about it, for example. So over Christmas, there was no online communication between any of us, between me and any of them, because they always spoke to each other because they met up. And yeah, so there's not really any hard feelings. I could have tried a bit harder on my half to start up a conversation, ask them how their holidays were and things like that, but I didn't and they didn't either, so we kind of just lost contact. And in a way it's given me a chance to build other relationships with different people and meet others without being limited to just the group of 12. So it's not a bad thing, and it worked out alright in the end. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, so second semester. This semester was, in a sense, less social. I didn't go out every week for Monday Night Bridge. I did miss that a bit. But I was always having to invite myself to prees and things, and I just felt bad forcing my way into people's lives. And, you know, it's not nice to have to ask to be invited and things like that. So I just didn't go out as much. I did make some new friends. There were a few of them, and I didn't live with them, so I got my space away, which is good. Which meant that I had more time to revise and focus on my work. But then they obviously have their own friends, and I mean, it's hard to keep up with everyone. I did go out with them a couple of times, which was nice, and I was invited, so didn't have to invite myself, which is always nice. But I was lonely for most of second semester. I think that's why I felt more homesick. Because I spent a lot of time in my room. Yeah, I did often make trips to Oxford Town, which was really nice. I enjoyed doing that. I do that by myself, just walking around town, looking at stuff, trying on clothes, not even buying them. But yeah, that's what I did yesterday. It was a lovely sunny day like it is today. And I sat in the park, read my book, which I bought in Oxfam that day. Then I went to town, sent off a letter to my great granny. Ate some ice cream, wandered around town and walked back. You know, gotta be doing. Yeah. So, that was largely, I said largely so much. That was basically second semester. And work-wise, the content that we covered during both semesters was mainly just A-level stuff, because most of the people on my course didn't actually do A-levels, they went to college, and so they need to catch everyone up to the same level, and then they delved into a bit more detail than they would have done at A-level. But it was completely different from A-level. the exams for my first year were all multiple choice, apart from biochemistry, which was multiple choice, and then we had 3 20-mark essay questions to do. So the exams weren't that bad. I mean, I was panicking a bit for the last one just because we hadn't actually had any of our 20-mark questions marked, and we had only had one chance, well, other than the ones we did at home, one chance to write a 20-mark question. So we didn't know really what to expect.
So I wanted to mention 2 more things. So first being, if you're interested, I did 5 different modules. I did biochemistry, introduction to biochemistry, biology of cells, human structure and function, professional and experimental skills, and then another one, which I can't actually remember, so I'll put it up on the screen. Each of them is 1 credit long, and the first 3 I did, so the biochemistry, biology, and the human structure and function, I took over each semester. So I did 2 semesters worth of those 3 modules. So that's already 6 credits, and then I had professional experimental skills in semester 2, that's 7, and then the other one in semester 1. So overall I needed 8 credits to pass the first year. In year 2 and 3, however, you can choose whether you want to take 4 modules in each semester, or whether you want to do 3 modules in the first semester or 5 modules. Obviously that makes it a bit harder, and you have to kind of balance the work a lot more. But I'll go into which modules I chose for year 2 and 3 when I do this video in the next 2 years. If you want me to go into more depth on each of the modules that I chose, that I chose, comment down below again. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about was budgeting. I found that quite hard in the start, because obviously you have to learn how much everything costs and do a bit of maths to, calculate how much money you're going to have each week. And then once you get into a routine, it gets better. One thing I found difficult was when I had to move out of my temporary accommodation and move into the new accommodation with the ensuite, because obviously the rent was much higher, and then I was on a much tighter budget than I was during first semester. But again, I got used to it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
That was my first semester and a half, my first year, in a nutshell. It was a good year. I enjoyed it for the most part. And I look forward to next year. See if I can make some more friends. Yeah. I bought this bonsai tree the other day. It's rather cute. Look at it. It's 4 years old. So yeah. I think that's the end of the video. If you have any other questions about the millionth time, leave it in the comment down below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more of me, and be kind. Bye.